Hello everyone, welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree. I am a little under the weather today, but I feel good. I still feel good enough to do a video. And today is finally the day that I'm going to pot up my Philodendron Bobcee cuttings. Finally. I also think I'm going to take some more cuttings from my plant because it's almost up at the ceiling again. So I think I'm going to take some more cuttings, put those in here, you know, and repeat the cycle. So this is one of my favorite plants ever. It's one of my little babies. I had originally cut off 4 leaves off of the plant. 2 of them did not survive. Also, I just got a bunch of soil, so my hand is already dirty. It's fine. I put 2 of them in here in the water, and they have grown really well. The other 2 I put directly in soil and they immediately rotted. I regretted it so much. I'm gonna sneeze. But lesson learned. For me, water, when it comes to propagating, water is always the way to go. It's just the easiest. You can see the roots growing. You know, it's pretty much a no-fail method for me. Some don't make it, and that's fine too, but water's the way to go for me. Anyway, these have been in there for way too long. I don't remember when I put them in there. These were the 2 original leaves, but they have since grown 4 more leaves just being in the jar. So I want to get these out of here. And I haven't taken these out yet, have I? Okay, let's do a little maneuvering to get them out. And look at that, they look really good. I was just gonna put these together in the pot because, I don't know, they're already all intertwined and stuff, but I kind of want to do 2 separate pots with 1 plant in each one. So I'm gonna try. No, hold on. Wait a minute. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. These roots are like, they're way too tangled up. I thought they were just gonna like fall apart. Not fall apart, but like untangle really easily after I took them out of the water. I don't think, because I think, okay, this one's growing on that one. Is it growing on this one? Hold on. I can't tell which new leaf is growing on which piece. I think I'm gonna have to plant this like this. I think I'm gonna have to put it just like this in a pot. I mean, that looks good. I was really hoping to have 2 separate ones, you know? But I don't think I'm brave enough. They're just a little too fused together, and I'm definitely not brave enough to try to separate them. Oh shoot. I thought I was gonna be. I'm not brave enough. Okay, let's just throw them in the 1 terracotta pot. That's fine. And I mean, that's gonna be cute. That's gonna be cute all on its own. It's gonna be fine. And then I will do some cuttings of my other one. So the soil I just got some ocean forest from Fox Farm, some orchid bark, and some cactus mix. Just like a couple of handfuls of each, and I poured it into a little jar. So I was gonna put this in plastic because a lot of the time the cuttings that I do, I put them in terracotta and then I keep forgetting that they're gonna dry out a lot faster. And then these roots are used to being in 100% water. So putting them in soil, it's gonna be a different environment for them. So you gotta keep them a little more moist than you normally would. But I hope I'm gonna stay on top of this one. I will, I totally will. We shall see. Okay, let's just pot this bad boy up. I'm so excited to do this finally. I've had them living in that jar for so long, and I kept just noticing a new leaf pop out here and there, and I'm like, what the heck? I have got to pot those up. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Okay, well, this repot went a lot faster than I thought because I honestly was thinking that I was going to untangle all the roots and stuff, and I can't do it. I'm not brave enough. I guess I could have like put them underwater and kind of messed with them, but I don't know. I don't want to really compromise the plant too much. And you know what? This looks really good. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, it looks so cute. I love it. So here's the 2 mama leaves, the 4 babies. I mean, it even has a little bit of like definition to it. I freaking love it. So I'm gonna go give this one some water. I'm just gonna sit it in a little basin and let it completely soak with water. I think this looks so good. Oh my gosh, I freaking love it. What is it about repotting a plant that just, it transforms the plant and makes it look brand new? Like when it was sitting in this jar, it didn't look that good, but now in this pot, brand new. I love it so much. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, you know what? Let's do some cuttings now of my baby. So this is my plant. Ooh, this is my plant. It's very tall, very big. I can't even fit it all into frame. It's really crazy. It's all wild. So I'm gonna take some more cuttings from here. And this plant was actually one that I wanted to do a little bit of a giveaway with these leaves. I mean, they're not perfect. Like this one here has, like, it unfurled all crazy. I don't know if you can see it. So it has some, you know, some damage to it. But I'm gonna cut off up to the same stem that I cut last time. So here is the original little stump. I don't know if you can see it. That's where I cut last time, and I got these 2 leaves and the other 2 that died. And then it pumped out this tiny little leaf. So I think I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna cut right here and take off this whole big piece. It's very scary to do, but I've done it before and it actually did well, and it's gonna make the plant more manageable and less crazy. So let me put it here in frame so you can see me cut it. Ah! Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. I did it. I did it. Okay. Wow. Okay, so this is the plant that I'm left with. He looks funny, but you know what? It's gonna regenerate and it's gonna grow back stronger than you can ever imagine. It looks so funny now because it's not all tall and crazy, but you know what? It looks great. So this is what we're left with here. This long stem, like this is the stem that was on top of that plant. It was all the way up to the ceiling. It was crazy. So these are all of the leaves that grew after I cut it the last time. It put out this tiny, tiny leaf. This is like a, you know when you do seeds, like you start seeds for flowers and stuff for the spring, and these little fake leaves come out and you have to wait for the true leaves to come out? I was thinking of this little leaf as like one of those fake leaves, like the seedling leaf, and then these were the true leaves. So this was one, very juvenile shape. This one popped out. This one here, a little damaged. Here, same thing, the tip is broken. This one looks really good, and this one looks good too, but it's literally in front of the heater vent and it got a little bit of a crispy spot. And then a new leaf was already starting here. So I'm just gonna cut all these pieces and put them in the water, and then we'll just do another round of little circle of life here. So let's see, how can I do it? I'm gonna do, oh, I'm scared. I'm scared to cut these for some reason, but I wasn't scared to cut the other one. Okay, let's just do it. It's squirt. Okay. This one does have 2 leaves, right here and right here, on the same little stem with the same nodes. So I'm gonna cut this one like right here, and it has 2 leaves growing on either side. That one's gonna be kind of tricky. Oh shoot, I really don't want to take off that leaf, but if I do, then I could just stick this one straight in the water, you know what I mean? Darn it, I'm sure you could see what I'm talking about, right? There's little nodes right here, those little bumps sticking out of the stem, that's where the roots are gonna come from. But in order to put this whole thing in the water, like I'll have to bend it somehow. But if I take off this leaf, and this leaf is gone, then I can stick this leaf directly in the water like this. Darn it, I mean, I don't want to take off that leaf, but I'm not brave enough. I'm not brave enough. I'm gonna set that one aside for now. Okay, the next one, let's cut right there. And there's something about the smell that you get from cutting stuff like this. I can't smell it that strongly. I'm just a little stuffed up, but it just smells good. Okay, I'm gonna try to take off some of this sheath. So here's one. I mean, the tip broke off on that, but the leaf looks good. And we're just gonna plop it in our water there. This, I feel like, should I keep it? Because there's nodes, roots are gonna grow, maybe something, I don't know. Like, why do I need to keep this stick? I don't know. Okay, same thing here. I'm gonna cut that chunk off, and then I'm gonna cut this piece here. This is a good one. This is a really good leaf right here. Ooh, that's a really good leaf. And then here are all of the little nodes, the little nodey bumps. You can see them better on that side. I'm gonna plop that in there. And then this one has a new leaf starting right here. I'm not gonna cut this one here. I'm just gonna cut this excess stem off and keep these two together. I think it'll fit in the jar like that. Just gonna cut it right there and put this. Oh yeah, perfect. And then we have this one. This one, I'm just gonna put it like this too. I'm just gonna cut off this little extra piece on the top, if I can. And keep that little tiny leaf, that little fake out leaf there, because there are some nodes down here too. I mean, there's one. I don't know, I feel like I need to cut off that leaf. I'm just gonna cut off that little leaf. My little leaf. You know what? No. I'm gonna keep this little leaf because there are some nodes right here. I think something would grow. You know what? I'm gonna keep it. So let's put this one in there. This is what I'm talking about. I'm like, why do I need to keep this? But I think it's because it's one of my favorite plants that I have to keep this stick. Like, what do I need to keep the stick for? I don't know. I'm gonna put this in a different jar because it's a little smaller and I feel like it'll just get lost in there and start floating around. Okay, now what to do with this piece? I don't know. There's only one set of nodes and the leaves, like, can I put it in something else maybe and try to do both? But even then, if this grows roots out of here, I'm gonna have to plant it like this. You know what I mean? It won't grow. I'm just gonna do it. I gotta cut off that leaf. I wanted to save a stick, but I'm gonna cut off a whole leaf. I mean, it doesn't look that good anyway. I don't want to, but what would you do? What would you do? You can only save one leaf. Or would you try to save both? I did it. I did it. I just cut it off. You know what? Just cut it off. You're not even gonna remember it was gone. Okay, we're gonna save the good leaf. Cool! You know what? This looks good. And I'm glad I'm putting all of these in water right away. I'm not experimenting and trying soil and letting them rot. This looks awesome. Oh my god, it looks so good. The only thing I need to remember here is once they start developing little roots, I'm going to separate them into different jars because you know what's going to happen? In a few months, I'm going to pot up all my cuttings and these are all going to be intertwined and I'll have to plant all of them like this in one pot. You know what I mean? Hopefully I can remember that. If any of you guys remember, in a few months, remind me to separate these cuttings into different jars because I know that's what's going to happen and I'll have to plant them all together like this, except it'll be way too crowded. That might look kind of cool though. But anyway, that is it. I'm so glad I finally got these planted. They look so freaking good. And then my idea with these cuttings was to do a giveaway because I know this plant is not that popular, but I think people would really like it. It's cool. It's one of my favorites. It grows these beautiful leaves. It pumps out leaves like crazy. It's a fun plant to have because it's just so wacky and wild. These probably won't be anything really until the spring-ish, maybe even summer. And even then, we shall see. But yeah, that is it. I was so excited to finally do this video. Sorry I was a little under the weather. My voice probably sounded really funny, but you know what? It's fine. But that is it. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss my next one. And I will see you later in another video. Goodbye. I can save the stick. I can save the stick.